Okay, so welcome. Today is the last day of January and the last day of this first month that we've been hosting these regional Monday Meetup Hangouts. And I should like to say that these meetings have been quite successful so far. We have been able to share localized content and have local discussions in multiple languages all around the world. And the aim going forward will be to actually increase the localization even more. So there might be more regional hangouts coming from more regions in the future. And additionally, we're hoping to build some sort of incentives to get people to invite their friends and get more people joining in these calls and stimulate the discussion a bit more. So the NASA Comet Discovery Challenge is still going on. This is an exciting machine learning challenge for image processing and object recognition, object tracking. It's still going on for a little while, so it's a good opportunity for anyone with machine learning interest or skills to participate in. Additionally, there's a hackathon going on. This isn't relevant to us at all because it's in India, but I wanted to point out that hackathons are a cool thing, and if this thing is successful, we might have regional hackathons coming up for Europe region as well. I would personally absolutely love that. But there is a Wipro Hackathon going on in India right now. There's the skill builder for AWS Athena right now, which is a database technology for interfacing with the S3 data buckets in AWS that many services use. And as part of the skill builder is also the Microsoft Power BI business intelligence solution that allows you to build business intelligence, relevant intelligent dashboards based on this data that you are handling with this Amazon Athena. Additionally, the new skill builder of the month, because there are skill builders going on each month at Topcoder, is MuleSoft. And we have been especially hyping these MuleSoft things on, I think, each and every one of these Europe calls so far. We've had Nathan and the special MuleSoft evangelist Aditya presenting this MuleSoft, which is a really powerful integration technology for building modern enterprise scale, highly connected solutions. And of course, there's even more skill builders going on because skill builders are great. They combine the competitive aspects of Topcoder with upskilling and helping you become more professional and skilled in particular technologies. And usually when there is a skill builder going on, we have more work coming in on that technology. So it's strategical as well. If you participate in the skill builder, you will develop the required skills. And then in the future, after the skill builder, there will be more challenges and gig work coming in for that technology, and you will be well equipped to approach those challenges and apply to those gigs. Additionally, there's some pretty cool gigs this week. So gigs are set time freelance job opportunities that Topcoder offers for our clients. And they are paid on a weekly basis, or the pay is accumulated on a weekly basis and paid out monthly. And they are for a set duration, for a set amount of work commitment. So for example, this week, there is a design relevant part-time gig for NASA actually, as part of the NASA partnership program and NASA community that we are building at Topcoder. So definitely worth checking out as a designer. We haven't, oh, that's great to hear that you already applied, Chief Cos. I wish you all the best in getting it. I'd love to hear about it later on, how it goes, because it seems super exciting to me. I know we haven't had too many designer gigs so far at Topcoder, so it's really interesting to see what they are like and how they build out. And yes, it's part of the NASA program. And as far as I know, there's more NASA stuff coming in the near future. So that's really great. Welcome, Dharma. Welcome. Happy to have you here. Additionally, there's a UI developer gig for any location for the duration of 1 month with reasonably strong compensation for a full-time work commitment. And it's at basically European hours, GMT. And what's required is a strong or reasonably strong experience in modern front-end skills, so microservices and Angular, which are skills that many people at Topcoder do have. So definitely worth checking out as a developer or a front-end developer. Then there's also an AWS DevOps lead for 24 weeks actually, and it's a full-time gig. This is not European hours, it's American hours, I think, but I know many people in Europe actually work American hours because they are quite convenient for many people, so it's still worth checking out. And this will require your usual DevOps skills, so Amazon Cloud Services, DevOps skills, and continuous integration and development skills. And it is expected to have plenty of experience for this gig. And if you do have the experience, it is definitely worth it, I'm sure. Additionally, there's a cloud engineer gig at Central European hours. And this has a bit more interesting mix of sort of required skills. I don't have any particular information on this particular gig, but looking at this list of multiple different programming languages, I'm guessing there's a larger system with, I'm guessing, more parts and different parts developed possibly by different companies or different teams and so on. And you might have to work on integrating them or something, because there's Ruby, Python, and then this IBM Rex language, and then front-end JavaScript stuff, and it's on Kubernetes. So quite interesting, and definitely worth checking out if you have the skills as a cloud engineer. And there's even Golang mentioned here in the description. So I'm guessing it's a large system that they're working with. And so it's definitely something challenging and something interesting to check out if you have a cloud engineering background. And finally, there's a part-time data scientist gig, again at American hours. So it's evening work for Europeans. It's good compensation and it's part-time. And this is for a global healthcare company. The skills required are basic data science stuff with some specialization in language processing. So SQL database, Python programming, and natural language processing skills. I'm pretty sure there was another design gig actually. Maybe I missed it somehow. Oh, it was USA only. Okay, but it's interesting that we do have these design gigs as well for US and for any location as well. Now, the big news of the week, this has already been discussed on the Slack a bit, and it will be part of the newsletter going out as we speak, I think. So the Rapid Development Match 4, which is this new kind of development challenge type that started last year. Last year we had 3 of them, and we then did a reboot for them this year. It's finally happening this Friday. I'm personally involved in organizing this match and making it happen, and with some of the technical implementation as well. It's held on from 7 a.m. until 3 p.m. Topcoder time. So it's from afternoon to evening Europe time. This rapid development match are, as the name says, rapid-based development matches. They are a bit like SRMs or our algorithm matches in the sense that there's 3 problems and you have to work really fast to be able to deliver the solutions to the problems and solve the problems. But you are not developing mathematical algorithms here, but rather working with real-life development skills. And for this particular round, the problem statement really is real-life relevant, and the solutions that the participants will build will actually be useful to Topcoder community and Topcoder co-pilots actually in special. So I'm really excited, and I'm really proud to have this match finally set up. after we had some personal changes at Topcoder and had to sort of reboot the whole program. But now it's happening, and it's finally happening on Friday. So definitely hoping to see a lot of participation for this match.
And what are the main technology stacks mainly to be used at the LDMs? Because for instance, I majorly work with Python a lot rather than Node.js. Is Node.js also inclusive so that I can go about looking into it?
Yeah, the sample submission will be in Node.js. You can use any backend that you want for hosting it and for your backend processing, and the testing will be done on front end. So your solution will have to build a certain kind of web page that has certain kinds of elements. So you have to make a web page that has, let's say, a div with the right ID, and the tester will check that your solution will have it, and then the contents will have to be right. But the backend can be anything.
Okay, so there are no restrictions for the backend stack.
No, we will provide a sample submission, and
Thanks.
I think it will be in Node.js, but you can use any kind of backend that you want. Yeah, and it's similar to the previous RDM, so you will have to put it in a Docker format, your solution. So you can basically take the Docker structure from the sample submission and then replace it with your own backend files. So let's say maybe you want to use Django or something if it's Python. So you can replace the Node.js files there with your Django and make sure it just exposes the right port and serves the final web page at the right port. And we will provide instructions when the challenge is actually launched. So there will be detailed step-by-step instructions on how to set it up.
Okay, thank you, thanks.
Okay, great. So here are the calendar notes for this month. So as I mentioned, the NASA Comet detection challenge is still going on, and we're checking out while it's going on. There's the hackathon, which is this Wipro career hack. It's not really relevant, but I like to include it here because I like hackathons, and maybe we will have more hackathons for more regions in the future. And then on February 2nd, so this is Wednesday, there will be the SRM 823. SRMs are Topcoder's traditional algorithm matches. So there is a 75-minute coding phase with 3 problems. And then, I see a question by Dharma. I'm pretty sure you can. As long as you are in the region and you are sort of eligible to participate, you can participate. And it's not like binding. Just participating in it does not mean that you are interested in a job, I think. Okay, great. If you do participate, please do tell us how it goes. I'm really interested in these hackathons. I'd like to see more hackathons at Topcoder in the future. So SRMs are our traditional algorithm matches, and the next one will be on Wednesday. 75-minute coding phase, 5-minute intermission, and a 15-minute challenge phase. They are the traditional kind of algorithm programming that's popular on many sites right now. And Topcoder is one of the original places that offers these challenges. So if you want to increase your algorithm rating or just practice your development skills, your coding skills in your chosen language, they are just the best kind of practice for that. And then there's the RDM4 that I talked about on Friday. Next week, there's the Rookie SRM 10. Rookie SRMs are just like ordinary SRM algorithm rounds, but they are aimed at people who are new to this kind of algorithm programming. So if you're interested in learning more about algorithm development and don't feel too confident about your skills, the best way to practice is to try your skills in one of these Rookie SRMs and then graduate from those into the normal SRM rounds. On the same day, there's the next marathon match starting, Marathon Match 133. These marathon matches are 1 week long optimization algorithm challenges. So the main difference to ordinary SRMs is that there is no single correct solution, but rather there is a really difficult problem statement that does not have a single right solution. And you will have to find a solution that finds an optimal way of approaching the problem. So in technical speak, they are NP-complete problems, and you will have to use some sort of heuristics to find a truly optimal solution given the problem bounds. Then on February 10th, there's a Topcoder Nation event hosted by Louis, and this time we have a guest, Deepak Kumar, who is the winner of the Fellow by Wix Hackathon and Skill Builder, and who has an amazing story behind his success in these skill builders. I was actually listening in on him actually talking about it in another community call some weeks back, and I heard a lot about him during some Slack discussions after that as well. He has a really amazing story and it's truly inspirational. So it's definitely worth checking out, as Topcoder Nation shows by Louis in general are. SRMA 24 is on February 19th, and then on February 24th, there's an AMA with the MVP designer Yoki. So definitely worth checking out for designer people. I know Yoki is an incredibly successful Topcoder designer, so it should definitely be an interesting session. In the past few weeks, we've had these MuleSoft hype sessions here, and it seems we are not joined by Nathan or Aditya today, so I will just do my best to give a little bit of hype. There's a lot of talk going on around this Talking MuleSoft, which is a MuleSoft podcast created by Topcoder. And Nathan and Aditya are leading the effort. I don't think it's out there yet, but it should be really soon. So something really to tune in for. And okay, that's it for my slides. Nothing more than that today, really. So any questions or comments or discussion or whatever. For example, I would really be interested in getting your feedback on what would be good kind of content to include on these calls, because I can recruit people to give special commentary or stuff like that, or include any special content that you ask for, absolutely anything. Or if you have questions about the RDM, I'm glad to answer those as well.
Okay, I actually joined this call because I'm now about to start the MuleSoft certification for this year.
Okay, that's really cool.
Okay, last year I did, and I got their certification for level 4 fundamentals. So I was about to ask a question on what is, do we have a restriction to other courses, or it's just the previous level 4 fundamentals for MuleSoft?
Okay, I'll have to ask Nathan about that. Is it okay if I post it on Slack later on? I'll confirm it with him. Yeah, okay, cool. That's a really great question, actually. So yeah, I'll contact Nathan and ask about it, and then I'll make a post on the community Slack on the Topcoder channel, let's say, or the development channel, and clarify the issue.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for the question. So Dharma, for your question on whether the skill builders are relevant for future challenges, definitely that's one of the main points of the skill builders. So when Topcoder starts a partnership, let's say with some client and starts providing competitions, we can sometimes do this kind of skill builder initially to allow community members to develop skills in that particular technology. And then once we've done the skill builders and we know that we have community members who are proficient in that technology, then we can launch more challenges with that client and post gigs as well. So for this Lightning.js, I've heard that we have a really big client for it, and there's a lot of work coming in. So it's definitely worth participating in that skill builder if it's relevant to your aims and your skill set so far. because there is a lot of work coming in for that particular technology. Any other questions or comments? We've had these sessions be about exactly half an hour so far, and I think we're right about a schedule today as well. So if there's not anything more, I think we can close this session now. And thanks, Robinson, for the question. I will definitely get back to you on Slack, hopefully today.
Yeah, thank you. I'll appreciate.
Okay, I guess we can close this session now. Thanks everyone for joining. Have a great week. Bye.